What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 26 of WCW. I think I'm just going to call this WCW now that we're in a new year. And maybe on YouTube I'll put 93 after the title. I don't know. I'm undecided yet. But anyway, it's early 1993. We're WCW. We're headed to a clash. Turtle Marlowe got a new job. Congratulations. While we were sitting here waiting to start the stream, we noticed that Doink the Clown is staying with AAA. And I was like, that's weird, because we had Matt Bourne and let him go. He was Big Josh. After we let Big Josh go, he got hired to be the booker of AAA. And then was like, I know what I'm going to do when I'm booking. Make myself Doink. Wild stuff. Wild stuff going on in Mexico right now. But going on in WCW, pretty normal stuff, I think. We got a Clash coming up. We've got the go-home shows and then that Clash card. Big main event is Dustin and Dusty taking on Sting and Cactus Jack. DiBiase will make his in-ring debut against Koloff. Stan Hansen is going to take on the Barbarian. Steiner's and Hollywood Blondes tag titles. Big six-man tag. All kinds of stuff. Not going to run the whole card down because I'm sure we'll be doing that. But let's get going here. Man, I did not have to sneeze the whole time I was waiting to stream, and then, as soon as I went live, my body and face was just like, hey, dog, you gotta sneeze so bad. I am fighting for my life over here. If I just stop talking mid-sentence, just know I'm muted so I didn't make y'all deaf. What do we got over here? Not a lot. BJCC Arena. Okay. Where is BJCC Arena? Site of major concert tours, Disney on Ice, American Idol Live, the Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bit. But where is it? Where is this show being held? Alright, well, I don't like the mystery of this. What does it think we can run? 16? The Omni. Oh, we run the Omni so much. Let's do... We could do the Memorial Gym, or we could do the other Omni, because we have two Omnis. Oh, we have two BJCC's arenas. Okay. It's in Alabama. Birmingham Jefferson Convention Complex in Birmingham. Sure, let's run there. If you're just joining us, or if you missed the episode, this mod used to have not a lot of venues, and it was driving me crazy because when we would do pay-per-views, there weren't any venues big enough. So then I imported a venues mod, but because we had started the sale already, I couldn't take the old ones out. So there's just doubles of some of them, of the handful of venues that were in this already. But anyway, we'll run there. Sure. Alright, this is our go-home episode of Saturday night. What did we do last week? Last week was a heck of a show. 89. I'm pretty sure that's our best Saturday night. No, we actually no. This one right before was where we did a 90. So we did the Barbarian, Ron Simmons taking on Stan. Bam Bam. Did Steve Regal. Steve Regal's not really doing anything on this, is he? No, not really. Well, that's, we've been doing six-man tags galore with Liger and Eddie and Ultimo. Stan Bam Bam, Nikita Koloff. Alright. See, the thing about these Clash shows is I usually kind of book them as B-tier pay-per-views. Normally on a pay-per-view, the go-home show match would be all right, Dustin and Dusty versus Sting and Cactus, but that's the match we're doing at the Clash. I don't really want to book Dusty on television. So I think we might do, like, for our main event. Yes, they did. They are, in fact, doing... So, here's the funny thing about that. SBR, who I do my podcast with, at TIR Wrestling, follow us on Twitter, subscribe on iTunes, all that shit. He sent me that match graphic, and I was like, hell yeah, Matt Taven, let's go, boys, the TEW save is real. I didn't even notice it was a fucking Texas death match until he was like, bro, can you believe it's a Texas death match? And I was like, wait, what? That is Tony is Matt Tavening at like an unprecedented level here. Just gonna do Sting. Oh, let's do Sting, Cactus. Oh, we could do Ricky Steamboat. That would make sense because he's wrestling Sabu. And Ricky Steamboat against Dustin Rhodes and Sabu and I guess Raven. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate it. Also, I'm glad history has proven me correct. Matt Taven is an underutilized talent unless the match sucks, in which case, never mind that I said this. But I can't imagine. It's got to be at least good. Raven has to lose this match. He just has to, really. Sting, loser, Raven. Let's do botched interference from that big oaf Dusty Rhodes. Can't be worse than Jarrett versus Jeff Hardy. No, they literally could not be. Alright, we're going to do an angle before this match, which is just going to be the baby faces hyping it. So we're going to do Sting, Ricky Steamboat, Cactus Jack. This might even actually be the beginning of the show. What am I doing? What am I doing with these scripts? It's basically just these guys are, we got a big six-man tag tonight headed into the Clash, and as mentioned by Daniel, a lot of history between Ricky Steamboat and Dustin Rhodes. I'm sure he'll bring that up here. I kind of feel like I created a monster with Dustin Rhodes. Me and him won the tag team titles, and that's what started this spiral. And I feel responsible, Stinger. And Sting's gonna be like, it's not your fault, Ricky. All this time we thought he'd gone astray on his own, but actually, it was his dad who was the bad influence this whole time. Faces hype main event. Call Dusty a bad dad. Bigelow and Simmons. This is gonna be... We're gonna blow Bigelow and Simmons off at this Clash. So we should do some kind of angle here. Last show they did Teddy Long can't be at ringside match, a classic stipulation. So let's do Ron, Bam Bam, Teddy Long. They're probably going to... they are definitely going to have a wild brawl, so I have to take that into account here. I feel like the matches we do constantly in this save are 2 out of 3 falls, street fight, Falls Count Anywhere. And Cage. I feel like those stips we are doing all the time. So I'm trying to pick one that's not one of those, but also... what else are we doing? I mean, we could do like a lumberjack match, but I kind of fucking hate lumberjack matches. Monsters Ball match. Yeah, we're just promo with Ron, Bam Bam, setting up feud, enter at Clash. Basically, long story short, Bigelow's gonna be like, you know, I told you I'd beat you without Teddy Long, and then Ron Simmons is gonna be like, hey man, I pinned you in that tag last week. You didn't prove nothing. One more time. The war to settle the score. Clash of the Champions, no excuses. This is it. You know, that kind of stuff. In a match. We'll figure it out. We'll do it live. Actually, a good thing to do here would probably just be like, what 1v1 matches do we have? I wonder if we could have a boiler room brawl. Like, the other thing is TBS is going to say no to a lot of stuff. Although, a boiler room brawl doesn't really make sense for this. Oh, a catch-as-catch-can match. You know, we could have used that when we did the Tully and Dan Severn match. You know, you know, that's on me. I should have noticed that one. Dog collar. I don't know if we could do dog collar, but I'm not like opposed to doing a dog collar match. It's like a gladiator match. Ooh, that sounds fucked up. I like it. Oh, Hell in a Cell is here. I mean, we would kind of be... Well, would we be inventing it? I mean, we've done War Games, and that's kind of just a Hell in a Cell match, right? That's a bigger Hell in a Cell match. Lucha match, Lucha de Apuestas, Lucky 21. Oh, okay. There's some, Monsters Ball is in here. That's funny. We are going to tentatively plan to be a dog collar match, but TBS might say no. So, tentatively speaking, it's going to be these guys being like, you know, to settle this once and for all, we're going to, you know, chain ourselves to each other, like that kind of old school stuff. Setting up dog collar match. Hopefully. At Clash for Ron Bigelow. Alright. Let's do... This is going to be like a video package of Ted DiBiase. He is going to be like training at a very high end gym where they're going to have like sensors hooked up to him and shit, like in Rocky. And then he's, you know, we're going to see footage of him doing that. And then he's going to go have like dinner at like a mansion, and like a private chef is going to come out and be like, here is your perfectly, you know, your perfectly calculated meal to give you perfect nutrition. And then he's going to like go for a swim in his swimming pool. And then like after all that stuff, he's going to cut a promo about like, you know, Nikita Koloff, you Russian idiot. How do you think you can compete with all this? Billionaire Ted flaunts his wealth, calls Koloff stupid. We're getting crazy, folks. Rick, Scott, Actually, you know what? Let's do this a little differently. Let's do... Instead of doing bigger tags for the tags, why don't we just do fucking singles matches? Why don't I just do, like, Ken Shamrock versus Mike Awesome? Actually, you know what? Hey, Mike, what's up, man? Are you... Oh, you're unimportant. Okay. Ken, what's up, man? You are unimportant. Hey, let's do Dan Severn versus Mike Awesome. These guys have wrestled in 5 million tag matches, but never a singles, so that's fun. Good at brawling. Dan should be good at brawling too, right? Not great. Okay, we'll just do a regular match. 12 minutes. I will make this open. Dan has to win. Well, we could do like a non-finish. How far away are these guys on overness? Let me see. Oh, because, like, Mike is close to being recognizable. He's close. And Dan is very over, though. Although, I would honestly be fine if going to a double disqualification on interferences. That would be fine by me. And then we have Dan get attacked by Tully. No, excuse me, Dan. No, yeah, Dan would get attacked by Tully. And Mike Awesome would get attacked by Rick Rude. We'll go to double DQ. And then we'll do an angle after that where the 6 guys in that match fight each other. So that would be Big Van Vader, Mike Awesome, and Tully. Then the other side of that would be Ken Shamrock, Dan Severn, and Rick Rude. Fight. Do like 3 minutes. We'll do 4. Big brawl. Breaks out after Awesome Severn. Oh, we have quite a bit of time. I mean, speaking of just doing singles matches, have we just done, like, Scott Steiner? Oh, well, you're not Scott Steiner. Have we just done, like, Scott Steiner versus Steve Austin? Is that a thing we've done? Just one-on-one? No, again, a million tag matches, no singles. So I'm fine with this. Give these guys 10 minutes. I'm going to give them storytelling. And I am going to give a tainted victory to Steve Austin, or at least that's the plan. We'll see what happens. Alright, great. I'm going to do an angle afterwards. You know, Steve's going to, like, roll the tights. Roll them up and grab the tights or whatever, and then he's gonna bail immediately after, and he's gonna run up the ramp, and then, like, from the top of the ramp, he's gonna, you know what he's gonna do? You know what he's gonna do? Belt motion. Let's go. Him and Brian Pillman are winning those tag titles. Austin runs away, does belt motion. We're back, baby. We have not done anything for... I don't think we've heard anything from the Barbarian, although I don't think the Barbarian can talk, like, at all. Pretty sure I checked this last stream, but let me just double check. He's got some charisma, but yeah, his microphone is atrocious. So I think this is just going to be a good old fashioned. Stan Hansen is getting interviewed by Eric Bischoff, and then the goddamn Barbarian runs up. Then Eric Bischoff's going to be like, Stan Hansen, you're defending that U.S. title against the Barbarian at Clash of the Champions. You called out anyone from around the world to go after that title. He's going to be, that's right. And like I said, I'm happy to wrestle the Barbarian. And then Barbarian, let's have the Barbarian then show up off screen, and that Stan, instead of a sneak attack, Stan's going to be like, hey, I see you there. You want some? You want to do this? And then he's going to, drop the title and go fight him. Hansen promo turns into brawl with Barbarian. Alright, we've got 10 more minutes. We could promote Eddie and Ultimo. Everything else is pretty well promoted, really. We could also just do promos. What are we at on percentage? Oh, pretty much nailed the percentage, so we can kind of go either way. Let's do... I mean, it wouldn't be one of these shows if we didn't do Dustin, Dusty, Jesse. Sabu will be there because he's in the match. Raven will be there because he's in the match, but don't say anything. Y'all are talking shit on Sting and Cactus Jack and Ricky Steamboat. I'm just gonna be these guys hyping the main event. They wanted to give you fans a taste of what you're gonna see at Clash of the Champions, but Dusty's gonna be like, I told them I wasn't gonna give these redneck fans in Birmingham, they don't get to see the American dream. They haven't earned it. Just real old school shit. And then we've got time for a short match. So let us do... Hey, Ultimo, what's up, man? How are you? You are still unimportant. Boy, we're okay. I really can't have him pin Eddie again, because he's... Just keep having him pin Eddie in tag matches, and Eddie needs the momentum, too. This would be a great spot for a local worker, but one of the problems with running the Southeast constantly is it's the same guys over and over. And I know there's not really anyone here outside of the old guys that don't work that's over. Is there a non-light heavyweight I could have him beat? TDP is unimportant. Okay. I mean, he could wrestle Regal, but Regal's a star, man. We got to get a fresh crop of jobbers in here. We've kind of the Thomas Riches and and the Richard Mortons of the Jimmy Garvins. We've kind of squeezed all the juice out of those guys. No, Richard Morton. See, the problem is they're both unimportant, so the crowd would crap on the match. So we are going to do... 2v2. We're going to do Ultimo. And Ultimo's good friend. Jushin Thunder Liger. I mean, that is sick. And they're going to take on Eddie. I mean, Eddie has been teaming with the Cowboys. They did lose that feud, but I guess he would still team with the Cowboys, right? Eddie and Tracy Smothers? What a fucking match this is. Holy shit. Oh, Ultimo and Liger have awful chemistry. Fuck me. Okay. It would have been too easy. I really don't want to put him in there with a band guy, because God, I just don't ever want to see the band and the Cowboys in the same ring ever again. You know what I mean? Ultimo and his friend Scott Norton. Did we do Ultimo and Scott Norton in a tag? Am I misremembering that? Anyway, we're gonna have Eddie. Eddie's gonna have to pin Ultimo, but we'll do Tainted. I guess we'll start with the heel promo. And then we will do that match. Hanson fights the Barbarian. Scott Steiner versus Steve Austin. Austin runs away. Dan Severn versus Mike Awesome. Oh, it's like Promo City after that. Okay. We got to break this up a little bit. I would like the baby faces to cut this promo like earlier-ish. Maybe do this like here. And then this, that got separated, would go here. Promo setting up the dog collar match is probably a little high, but I don't mind it being there. I think we might be good. Heel side the main event. Big Brawl breaks out after Awesome 7. Why is that? Did I move the wrong thing? Yes. Yes, I did. Alright. You go back to here. And then you go up here. Okay, there we go. I don't know, we've been getting like 89s and 90s on these shows, although I'm a little worried about the main event only because it's got Raven in it. Because like otherwise I would say, yeah, this is like another 88 or 89. I'll stay positive. I'll say an 88 on this show. I think it's good. Hot start. 99. These guys just talking shit. I would imagine with how often I have these three in particular cutting promos, they've got it down at this point. You know what I mean? They've got a whole routine. I'll take a 64 on this match. I'll take it. And he grabbed the tights. How dare he? 77 for these guys fighting. I'll take it. Barbarian even underperformed, and it was still fine. $79. Scott Steiner and Steve Austin did 10-minute storytelling, I'm pretty sure. And we still got a 79 out of it, so I will take it. I feel like that after a year, the Steiners are finally getting the numbers that like I thought they should be getting. So when we started this, the Steiners were getting like 60s, and I was like, what the fuck is this? This is bullshit. There's 71 for the belt motion. Let's go. Lost heat on it, but that's fine. $95 for the baby faces. Got a bad roll for Cactus here, but that's okay. It's a 95. It's fine. This is actually a weird promo to think about, because every time I've had Sting and Cactus cut a promo, I imagine them yelling and screaming and spitting and all that stuff. But Ricky Steamboat is not that kind of babyface. So he's probably there like, yeah, you guys are crazy. I'd like to talk about my family, and they're like, no. 89 on Ted. Okay, I will take that. He's rich. Woo! Bro, Dan the fucking Beast Severn is, like, we're gonna make him, like, the star of the 90s. We're gonna be living in an alternate universe where Shoot Style took over, and the Monday Night War was dominated by UWFI rules matches. It's gonna be nuts. We didn't even give people to finish. This is a double DQ. Yeah, bro, Dan Severn's, he's going crazy. When we signed these two guys, I would have guessed Mike Awesome would have been the guy that would have, like, I would be sitting here going, like, oh yeah, we're going to make him a star. Like, Dan Severn, I just signed because he was way too over. He was, like, he had, like, a 50 overness, and I was like, that, he shouldn't, but okay, sure, if you're going to give me that, I'll take it. And then, yeah, he just came in and immediately was getting 70s, and I was like, wait a second, hold on. There might be something here. 74 for everyone fighting. We kind of put Ken over his head here. We kind of brought him right in. And we're like, you're in the middle of this giant story. Like, you got to get in there, right, with, like, Tully and Big Van Vader and stuff. And he's just maybe... I mean, I guess in my defense, it worked for Dan, so maybe I thought it would work for Ken, but it hasn't really. Oh, not so far. It's been like 3 weeks. 86, this did better than I thought. I forgot Bam Bam is too good of a promo. I forgot that Bam Bam is pulling like 90s on promos for whatever reason. Ron and then, you know, Ron and Teddy are okay. So this was solid. They're gonna have a great dog collar match, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, 83 on the main event. This is what I was afraid of. Raven. Yeah, American Nightmares is a weird group because you got, like, you know, at the top you got Dustin, the champion. And then you got Sabu has kind of turned into the second in command. And then as far as, like, in-ring guys after that, it's nothing. It's like jobbers. Maybe we should put a third, like, mid-card guy in this act. Still got an 88. That's exactly what I predicted, so I can't complain. Sabu was outperforming Dustin. Yeah, Sabu's good. Alright, what do we got here? George South thinks Ultimo Dragon is money, and we should strap a rocket to him. We're trying, man. He's not getting over as fast as I thought he would. Although he is really over in the Southwest for whatever reason. Well, I guess because he does stuff in Mexico and... No, because Texas would be like is not the Southwest of this game. Texas is like the Mid-South, right? So I have no idea. He's over in Los Angeles, I guess? I don't know. Y'all's guess... I'm sorry. Is he the WWF Light Heavyweight... Oh, no, that's the weird WWF Light Heavyweight title from the 80s. That's like in Japan. Okay. For a second, I thought WWF was also booking Ultimo Dragon, and I was like, whoa, what? We gotta lock this guy down to a contract. You can't be working for Vince, brother. Bill Watts is working for Cleveland All-Pro. Good luck with that. All right, here we go. Main event. Magnum, what did you do? Hilarious. See, now this one, I do think Magnum TA would have some hilarious road stories. Unlike in AEW, where it's like, Julia Hart told hilarious road stories. And I'm just like, no, she didn't. No, she did not. Her hilarious road stories is like, I went to the airport and my Uber was late. That's so crazy. Well, the belts that Ultimo has now, I think he won all of those in the game because he doesn't win all those belts until, like, the J Crown is what, like 95? So that hasn't even happened yet. He is just on his own won those titles, I believe, but I could be wrong. Anyway, this is one of those weird main events that's going to air like an hour before the Clash starts. Like, this is going to be on at like 6:05, and then the Clash is going to be on at 8. They always try to book Clashes on a Tuesday, which is the day they were on in real life, but it never works out for me because a lot of people are in Japan on Tuesdays, so I move them to Sundays a lot of the time. Anyway, this is going to be... main event is going to be the Good Alliance show for a while because they are not doing anything right now. So, to keep them from being very mad at us. Let's see here. You guys are going to take on the Diamond Stud and Diamond Dallas Page. And their friend, New Jersey's own Chris Candido. I'm going to let these guys cook because I don't feel like booking a ton of stuff on this dumb show. So here you go. Here you go, everybody. Here's a 15-minute Good Alliance versus some guys match. Make sure to watch the Clash. Who's trying? Larry Z, let Dusty do it. And then other than that, we're just going to do like... This is, I believe, our 4th consecutive main event with a Sting and Cactus promo. But, you know, it's just, you know, later tonight on TBS. Make sure to tune in to Clash of Champions. I can't wait to get my hands on Dusty and Dustin, etc., etc. I'm on the road back to the WCW title. Cactus and Sting hype the Clash. Dustin, Dusty, and Ventura are going to hype the Clash. American Nightmares hype Clash. You know what? Let's send Sabu out there on camera, and then we'll do Ricky off, so we can heat that feud up a little bit by having them be involved in this promo. Oh, I didn't rate anybody? Yeah, that's fair enough, game. You win this round. This is like the fastest I've ever booked one of these because we're just 6-minute promos. Literally, they're basically booking this like a pre-show for the Clash. It's just like, here's 1, maybe 2 matches, and then the rest of it is just, hey, watch the Clash. Let's do at least one other match. As mentioned, Steve Regal not really doing anything right now. Let's give him a contest. Let's give him a local competitor. I feel like he's beaten all these guys 100 times. I've also looked at these local competitors 100 times. Duke Josie. Duke Josie's real bad. Gilberti. Although we'd have to book Gilberti as a babyface, and that disgusts me. Oh, Glenn Jacobs. Glenn Jacobs got big potential. Let's bring him in to lose to Regal. That's funny to me. Steve Regal, Glenn Jacobs, 6 minutes. Regal wins. And I'm not gonna bury him because he can't, like, he's probably bad at selling. It would be a bad match. Let me see. I mean, he's got potential to be good at selling, but he almost certainly isn't. So I'm just gonna leave it at 6-minute match. I guess we should book at least one other match. Oh, what was the weird team that had good chemistry? Was it Barry Windham and Too Cold? Is that what it was? Y'all remember what I'm talking about? I think it was Barry Windham and Too Cold. Anyway, Barry Windham and Too Cold are going to take on Thomas Rich and Richard Morton. What a match. Glenn Jacobs shouldn't be good at anything in 93. I would... Listen, this is a take I've had. I think Glenn Jacobs, a.k.a. Kane, is in legitimate contention for worst of all time discussion. He never had, like, the worst matches. He doesn't have, like, you know, the negative 5-star bombs or whatever. But if you just go by, like, pure output, because this guy was on TV having bad matches for, like, 25 years. So if you just go by, like, how... Like, no one has had more 2-star or less matches on television than Kane, right? Like, one of the just most nothing there wrestlers ever. Got really lucky with that Kane gimmick, man. I mean, Kaniac, I'm sure we're going to get some Kaniacs in the YouTube comments, but that's just how I feel about it. Kane was hot for 6 months in, like, 1998, and then was just around for 20 more years after it. We were just stuck with him. Anyway, Too Cold's going to win this match. That's our opener, I guess. We got time for one more promo. Who else wants to cut a promo? Oh, you're giving him a lot more leeway in his run. Because even by the mid-aughts, I was pretty done with Kane. I would say his hot period is like, yeah, his debut for the Hell in a Cell match up through like 99 or 2001. They're still doing stuff with Kane. Yeah, I would say it's like 97 to like 02. And then everything else outside of that chunk is just like, ugh, jeez. Anyway, let's give a promo to, I guess, Stan, because we don't trust the Barbarian, that's for sure. Oh, yeah, Isaac Yankem was, like, obviously it was a terrible gimmick, which is not his fault, but, like, he wasn't any good. Like, he wasn't doing anything to get to help it. This is one of those shows where I did not try. I literally just threw stuff to, like, burn through it as quick as possible. This is going to get, like, an 87, because the majority of this show is just people that are good at promos cutting promos. 59. I'll take a 59 on this match. I'll take that. And I was right. Barry Windham and Too Cold was that weird combo that had the good chemistry. I'm glad I remembered that. $79 on the Hanson promo. Forgot to script him, but that's okay. It was fine. $89 for the Blondes. Thought the Blondes would cut a better promo, but I guess, you know, hey, can't go too hard on main event. 92. Yeah, it's the B show. Everyone's taking it easy a little bit, you know? You can't go full vein popping out of your head yelling mode when you got to work later, I guess. Although this would have been taped days ahead of time, but whatever. 69. But Glenn Jacobs got a 23, so. There's none. Glenn did not do any help here. Then a 99 for these guys. 73? I mean, that's a solid enough main event. Candido got the highest number on that opponent team. That's crazy. Yeah, it's got an 81. Yeah, man. I mean, that probably realistically is how we should book our main events. It should just be, like, people that matter cutting promos and then, like, squash matches. That's how you would have booked a B show in fucking 1993. Like, you know, your wrestling challenges and whatnot. It would have just been squash match, squash match. You know, you get folks you're going to hear from the WWF champion Bret Hart. And then you'd get, like, a 2-minute Bret Hart pre-taped promo and then squash match. You know, let's go to the control center to hear from fucking Lord Alfred Hayes, you know, that kind of shit. Chris Candido is clumsy, and Steve Austin thinks we should cut Chris Candido. Steve, nothing about these stats would indicate to me that he is clumsy. I gotta say. Maybe Chris should also be in our developmental now that I really think about it. Maybe I should send him there. We're not really doing anything with him. I don't know. We'll think about it. Harley Race. Cactus Jack is a natural talker. Yeah, I know. I know, Harley. 2 days from the Clash. Hey man, you want to go? You want to go do some lucha? You want to? Yeah, let's send him. I think what we're going to do after the Clash is just look for, like, some guys who would be recognizable that we could have do jobs. I think that might be our next little project here. We're not looking for big stars. We're not looking for people to bring in and push. We're just looking for some, like, good hands. We're looking to sign some, like, 1993 Tony Neses. You know what I mean? You know what we need? You know what we need? We need a Matt Taven. We need a bunch of Matt Tavens, actually. House show in New England. All right, going to Vince's territory. I like that. Also, to be clear, not literally Matt Taven. I think he's probably, like, 4 years old at the time, but... Okay, 0.66. Alright, cool. Sounds like a job for Mike Rotunda. It does sound like a job for Mike Rotunda, actually. Mike Rotunda is kind of exactly a Matt Taven of the time. Maeda won the Rings Mega Battle at Rings Mega Battle Tournament. Sounds cool. Alright, Clash time. Generic venue. We ain't running no generic venue. Get out of here. Well, this is probably the issue. It thinks we're going to draw a bajillion fans. Actually, I think we had this problem. Yeah, there's like one venue and it's an open air football stadium. Let's run somewhere else. We could do this show in Reno, Nevada. Huh. It's a convention center. A convention center that holds 36,000? Okay. Carrier Dome. We can't go to the Carrier Dome again. Yeah, let's run this show in fucking Reno, man. Yeah. Backstage incident. Oh boy. Wrestler's Court didn't pick up his tab on a rental car. That's fine. Tony's a little troublemaker. Alright, here we go. Starting with the main event, the most logical match to start with, as we all know. We're going to go Cactus and the Stinger. Taking on Dusty and Dustin. We're going to go 10 minutes. We're going to give them Wild Brawl. The whole reason we even booked this match was because Dusty said he would put Cactus over. So here we are. God damn it, Dusty. Harley race, sure. Then we're going to do an angle afterwards where Cactus is celebrating. He's kind of like, you know, he's like yelling at Dustin that he, you know, he's kind of like, he's doing the goddamn belt motion at Dustin. And then Sting's going to be like, hey, well, hold on a second. I mean, we were doing this because I was supposed to get going after the world title. And they're not really coming to blows, but Sting and Cactus are having a word. And then, as they're doing that, Cactus will be attacked from behind by Dustin. And then Sting will be attacked by the debuting Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. Or I guess, fuck, Mr. Mr. Always Correct. Yeah, Kurt Hennig's going to show up and attack Sting. So I'm just going to do all these guys on fighting. Sting, Cactus, Bigger, debuting, Kurt Hennig, attacks, Sting. Yeah, we'll give this a solid 6 minutes. I think that'll... Yeah, these guys are all super over. It should be fine. I don't think we could... I think any use of the word perfect would get us sued. I think you gotta... You know what I mean? Also, anything with Mr... Well, I don't know. Can you trademark Mr.? I don't know. But yeah, I would avoid the word perfect. I think they would still, you know... They would still set us a cease and desist on that. I have Hanson Barbarian. I have DiBiase Koloff and Hanson Barbarian next on my list, but I don't think either of those would be the semi-main. Although, you know, maybe we should, because the next best match is probably that 6-man, although that might also be a Wild Brawl, and I don't want two of those back-to-back. Let's go, you know, I don't know if I trust DiBiase. Let's go Hanson Barbarian. Wait, fuck, that's also a Wild Brawl. Shit. Alright, let's do the 6-man. Let's do the 6-man and not have it be a Wild Brawl. Or we could do tag titles. That's a good point. We could do tag titles. That's going to get some time. 2v2. Scott Steiner. Rick Steiner. Brian Pillman. Steve Austin. Alright, so here's the deal with this match. I plan on doing a third one of these at Super Brawl. But I don't just want to have, like, Steiners win, heels win the second match, win the titles, they lose it back to Steiners. We literally did that last feud. Can't do it every feud. So I'm thinking we do like Pillman wins, but by like count out or some lame shit like that, which I know is everyone wouldn't be thrilled with, but yeah, it's 92. This is a TV show. We could go like stoppage. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. They are going to lay out. They are going to lay out Magnum TA, and then the Steiners are going to get counted out while checking on Magnum. That'll be the story. In fact, that sounds like it's the storytelling match. That's what we're gonna do. Pillman and Magnum's gonna get up on the apron or something. Like Pillman's about to cheat. Gonna like use a chair. Like chair's perfect. He's gonna use a chair. Magnum gets on the apron to stop him. Pillman fucking whacks him with the chair. And then, oh my god, he hit Magnum with the chair. Oh my god. Magnum, he falls onto the floor from the apron. Steiners basically go like, fuck the match. They go and, make sure he's not dead. Referee's like, oh, I guess count out. I don't know, I guess count him out. Then we will do an angle after that, where Brian Pillman. Let's have Magnum. Actually, he's gonna get like he's gonna get like stretchered out, and then as he's getting as the medical is taking care of him, the Steiners are gonna be like, what's your fucking problem? Except it's 1993 on TBS, so they're gonna be like, what's your heckin' problem? And then they're going to get into a fight with Pillman and Austin. Damn, sounds like these guys are having a stretcher match at Super Bowl. Might need to add cheap finish note. I mean, I added count out. Titles don't change hand on count out, right? Should be fine. Magnum is stretchered out while Steiners Blondes fight. Story time. Should end by count out. I mean, how... I just don't see how it could. I would lose my mind if the game did that. No, I mean, it says, for example, a count out or a DQ. So, I mean, if I literally pick count out, I think we're good. I'm going to trust the game. But if we do get fucked by this, then you can rub my face in it, Jaron. That's what we'll do. But I think it's fine. Probably. All right, then let's. That's it. Let's do one of these brawls. I think you would do. Actually, you know what? I think you would do fucking the dog collar match, assuming we can do a dog collar match. Let's see. Ron Simmons, Bam Bam Bigelow. That is also going to be a wild brawl. This might be a little bit of a surprise. We're doing Ron Simmons over here. The time you select is less than... Oh, how long does a dog collar match have to be? Oh, 15. Okay, well, this is not a wild brawl anymore. Okay. This is now a regular match. And it is now 15 minutes. Yeah, I guess we'll go 16. Oh. Shit. Did I miscalculate this? They had 1. They had 2. Where's the 4th? Was it like forever ago? Bam Bam beat Ron Simmons. Ron Simmons beat Bam Bam. Oh, they double count out. Fuck. I forgot they had one on TV. Shit. What do you think, chat? I know if Nick was here, he'd be like, just do a triple threat. Just do a triple threat. Just put another guy in there. 3-way dog collar match. Do we take the hit? Do we fuck something up? What do we do? Just do 15 minutes. Can they steal the show for 15? I don't know that they can. Stamina. Well, I guess he could do it. But Ron's not a great worker is kind of the problem. Like Ron's he's a good brawler. He's a solid powerhouse. He's not like a steal the show kind of guy. Neither is Bam Bam. Which was why I was gonna do a wild brawl because that would have given them the bonus. I really don't think they're gonna steal the show. I really don't think that's gonna work for them. Fuck me. All right, I think here's what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna go with it because I need Ron to win this. God, and we can't do a fucking dog collar. All right. Can y'all do... I know we can do first blood matches. Can we do last man standing? Oh, we can. Okay, great. This is last man standing, and that doesn't have to be as long as it is. So we're going to go 8 minutes. Wild Brawl. Let's do 10. We'll do 10-minute Wild Brawl. And hopefully that will outweigh the other stuff. This is also going to go a lot earlier in the card now. Yeah, I'm going to put it like second. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either, Frank. That's TEW, man. Alright, let's do Ted DiBiase. This is Nikita Koloff. What's Ted good at? Ted is good at psychology and tech. Decent brawler. What's stamina looking like? Stamina's okay. I think this is just like 12 minutes Ted DiBiase wins. You know, this is just a showcase debut for him. See how it does. Hanson the Barbarian, another Wild Brawl. Maybe we are starting to overdo it a little bit on the amount of Wild Brawls. Although that's what we brought the fucking Barbarian in. Alright. I am going to give them Wild Brawl. I'm only going to give them 8. But I will not do it for the 6-man tag. The 6-man tag will just be a regular-ass match. Stan is just going to win. Alright, and then 6-man tag. Still can't believe 3v3 is not one of the default matches. How dare this game? How dare this game do that to me? Ken Shamrock, Dan Severn, Rick Rude. I keep forgetting Rick Rude is a babyface now, even though we did that whole thing. It just feels wrong, you know? It's not right. It's against nature, all that stuff. It's like 12. I'm gonna do open. So Ken Shamrock has an MMA fight starting week 3 February. So I guess we still have time. I was gonna write him out here, but it's only week 3 January, so we still have a month. So let's yeah, let's do it here. Vader can beat Shamrock. It's not like Shamrock's doing gangbusters or anything. And then we will do an angle afterwards where Vader is going to try to continue the attack on Ken. But then Dan Severn is going to go fight him. Vader tries to continue attack on Shamrock. Severn stops him. So the idea here is basically we're just going to fucking shift the fucking feud to Severn and Vader. Then we got Steamboat and Sabu, and then we got the light heavyweight title match, and then that's more or less the show. We'll have to add a bunch of promos and stuff. You guys get 16 minutes. It's for the television title. Steamboat is winning, but it can be open. You know, we can do botched interference. Let's do Perry Saturn botched interference. Why not? And then we are going to do WCW Light Heavyweight title. Ultimo Dragon, Eddie Guerrero. 10 minutes. Steal the show. Eddie wins. Tainted. Alright. We gotta add some promos here. Oh, we should do a promo with Bam Bam and Ron and Teddy, where Bam Bam's going to come out and he's going to, you know, this match is going to go second. So this is like right after the opener, we're going to have Bam Bam come out and be like, I can't wait any longer. I want this match right now. And you know what? The dog collar is stupid. That's not going to solve anything. The only way we're going to know who's the better man is if we do a last man standing match. So then we're going to fucking switch the stipulation because TBS sucks. Bam Bam can't wait any longer. Wants the match to be LNS instead. And that'll go here. And then we could take Ron and Bam Bam right here. feel like we haven't had Paulie yelling on the show in a while. Let's do Paulie, Tully, Mike Awesome, Big Van Vader. Just yelling before their main event. Oh, hold on. Mike, just stand there. Yelling about Dan and Ken and Rick. Dangerous Alliance plus Vader yell about upcoming match. Okay. Answers Barbarian, Ted versus Koloff. Oh, you know what I would like to do? Big entrance, Ted DiBiase. It's like 2 minutes. Big, fancy Ted DiBiase entrance. I don't know if we can get a car onto the stage, but I would like to get a car onto the stage. That's what I want. Oh, I think to really send home the Magnum angle, we should have him and the Steiners cut a promo right before the match. To really fucking just, bang you over the head with it. Gonna have Magnum and the Steiners cut a promo where he's like, no doubt in my mind you boys are gonna retain those titles. You guys are like sons to me. I thought after my wrestling career was over, I was gonna be out of the business and I was gonna become a sad old man, but you guys have kept me around and that's really meant a lot to me. And, I can't wait to see you guys retain those titles. Hollywood Blondes, they got nothing on Steiner Brothers. Brother. Magnum really loves managing the Steiners. Boy, I hope nothing happens to him. I think that's the show. We should book a dark match though, or at least one dark match. Because we got who we got to book. We definitely have to book. Oh, we definitely have to book like all of the Good Alliance. Liger, Regal. I think that sounds like a 10-man tag. I think that's what that sounds like. That sounds like Beautiful Bobby Eaton and Larry Z and Arn Anderson and Barry Windham and his friend Too Cold Scorpio. I guess Liger will also have a dark match. And they will take on Diamond Dallas Page, the Diamond Stud, Jerry Lynn, Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker. Actually, you know what? Let's do Tracy Smothers and Steve Armstrong. One of the pre-show matches of all time, for sure. Beautiful Bobby. Why not? I feel like Beautiful Bobby never wins anything. And then we're also just going to book Liger versus Sean Waltman. It's like, here you go. Here's a cool dark match for everybody here in fucking Reno, Nevada. I have no idea what this show is gonna get. Because we got like a 12-minute tag match main event, but then Kurt Hennig's debuting. Then we're gonna get dinged on that fourth match for Simmons and Bigelow, which sucks. Um, I'm gonna play it conservative and say like an 85. Ooh, this is a hell of a dark match. I mean, all Liger, but you know, shame we don't really have anything for Liger right now. But we'll think up with something. People have to get cycled out once in a while. It's okay. Honestly, a perfectly fine dark matches. Maybe the show will be good. This is basically all Arn Anderson, but I'll take it. Oh, god damn it. Oh, Eddie bruised his tailbone. Fuck. That sucks. Yeah, thank you, Harley. Then Bam Bam came out and was like, fuck a dog collar match. No one likes those. Get that shit out of here. Everyone here in Reno hates dog collars. 58, man. Wow. Wow. I didn't think it would kill it that bad. I thought it would knock like 10 points off. This had to have knocked like 30 off. Maybe not 30, but like 25. This would have gotten in the 80s for sure. Fuck me. Alright, cool. Cool. Alright, now we're talking. Steamboat and Sabu. Pulling the show out of the gutter. This is the real opener. Those are also two dark matches. This is where the show really starts. Kindly used his superior skills to make Sabu look particularly strong. Oh, thanks, Ricky. What a nice guy. Then these guys all yelled and screamed. Oh, 6-man. Okay. All right, we're going to be fine. How did Shamrock do this? Oh, he got a 64. Okay, he was totally fine. I was a little worried Shamrock was going to tank this, but he was fine. Him and Awesome, but they both got in the 60s. They did a good job. Oh, Vader pulled out the Vader salt. That's how you know he means business. And then he went to go kill... I imagine he was going to do, like, the Vader bomb to the leg thing on Shamrock, and then Severin went and, like, pushed him over the ropes and then went after him on the floor, and they started fighting and shit. Sounds cool. Stand the Barbarian? Got an 80? I'll take that. Barbarian is definitely... you know, we gave him a shot here against Dan. He did fine. Actually, honestly, Barbarian is our first, like, we need some bodies to lose. Barbarian's going to slot right into that. He is going to take, fucking Thomas Rich's spot as, like, a heel that can put some guys over. That's going to be great for him. But hey, you know, at least we got one good little match out of him. He killed some time for Stan. That's good. 72 for Ted's big fancy entrance. I'll take that. 75. Okay. Ted got a 72, which is perfectly fine. Koloff got a 52 and was off his game. So Koloff kind of hurt us here. But Ted will be fine. I don't think we need to give Ted a top push or anything, but, you know, we put him in there with our top baby faces. He'll hold his own. At least for now. I think he's on time decline, so that's a little worrying, but I'm happy with a 72 on Ted DiBiase. 82 for Magnum being like, oh man, love these guys. These guys mean everything to me. They're like my own sons. Sometimes I think I should change my name to Magnum T.A. Steiner. 80 on the match. A little disappointing, but I did tell them to do storytelling, which means they all, you know, held back a little bit. Also, you gotta assume in real life that finish would probably bring the crowd down quite a bit. Of us being like, oh yeah, Magnum died. The crowd probably wouldn't love that. Then 85 for Magnum getting stretchered out, and then the Steiners being like, hey man, fuck you. You can't do that. Alright, main event. Main event, let's go. Can we get over an 85 with Dusty in it? I'm not positive. Yeah, we got close. We got an 84. I'll take that. I will definitely take that. Great heat and good wrestling. That's what we're doing here, folks. And then Mr. Perfect showed up, except it was Kurt Hennig. Stop calling him Mr. Perfect. $84, okay. Really got hurt by this match getting a 58. And I think kind of just the card placement, because our best match was smack dab in the middle, that 88 six-man tag. I was going to put that semi-main, and then I was like, oh, it's going to be a wild brawl. And then I didn't make it a wild brawl and didn't move it back to semi-main, so that's kind of on me. But yeah, it should have just been the main event, apparently. But, you know, Cactus got to pin Dusty. That's what we're doing here, so. Actually, I want to see if that, like, bumped him immediately. Main event. Some people watched it. Perry Saturn has poor ring psychology. I mean, he's right about this one. The Diamond Stud seems to have a clique building, having forged an alliance between Sean Waltman and Diamond Dallas Page. I mean, what an alliance. Clash got a 0.6, so it's about the same as a Saturday night. Eddie Guerrero got a bruised tailbone. How bad is that? 6 days. He's basically fine. Alright. Cactus, what's up, man? How did, he's... okay. How are you doing since we started? Oh, quite good. Up a lot, actually. Alright. Great. I mean, spoiler alert, we're going to be doing Cactus and Dustin for the WCW title at Super Bowl. That might be, like, the youngest two guys to wrestle for the WCW title probably ever. I don't think WCW had a lot of 23-year-olds defend against 27-year-olds, unless anyone can think of one off the top of their head. WCW is kind of always an old guy company. Alright, let's look at some wrestlers. Always a fun part. I want wrestlers that can work in America. I want to hire them. And I think to be recognizable, they would need about a 45 pop. What do we got? Okay, we got some guys. They're not all great choices, like B. Brian Blair. Just curious. I mean, he's getting a 62. That's not, like, horrendous. It's not horrendous. Bad News Allen is 50. Billy Jack Haynes. Bob Backlund. Bob Backlund is such a weird one. Morton, Bobby Fulton. Bobby Fulton's in All Japan. Good for him. Whoa, Brother Brutai? Oh, man. Hogan couldn't get him to keep his job? That's a bummer. Bullpen. Oh, no. Wait, no, that is that Bullpen, isn't it? Why is Bullpen that over? What? All right. Bullpen's getting like a 58. Right now, I'm mainly looking at, like, B. Brian Blair. Although I will say Chris Adams decently over. A little on the older side. What's Chris doing? Chris Adams got a 69. We might sign Chris Adams. I'm not worried if these guys, like, get mad at me if we for job. Also, like, we're not. I don't know if we're like they could win some matches. We'll see. Dynamite. Yeah, he is already. Eddie Gilbert. Eddie Gilbert's like booking, isn't he? Yeah, he's the booker of ECW. Honky. Why is JW Storm? Who is that, and why is he that over? I can't believe no one has given Luger like a real deal contract. He is the USWA champion, but like USWA is Memphis. It's fucking. He's the champion in fucking Memphis. That's nuts. Lex, are you still mad at us? Oh yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Gang is only 32 in 1990. That seems crazy. One Man Gang is one of those guys that has always seemed old. I don't think we're gonna hire him, but his stats aren't as bad as I thought they'd be. I'll say that. Yeah, like a 59 isn't like unbookable, but I also don't need him, you know. Orndorff. I mean, Orndorff's old, but he's like over and decent. Gibson. Piper. Piper's still got that weird contract thing. Also, he wasn't like great. I mean, he was good, but he wasn't like blow away. Oh, Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas isn't great. He's all right. He's over. He's got that going for him. Beat Al Snow. But yeah, he's getting like 50s. His stats aren't especially good. All right. Unbelievably, we are going to sign B. Brian Blair. Doesn't need to be a 3-year contract. I would say 1 year is probably sufficient. And we are going to sign Chris Adams. Same thing. He's 37. I'd say like a 1-year contract. And listen, if anyone in the chat, if you want to make a play, if you think any of these people, you think like, oh man, Swarley needs to sign him. You know, if you're a big Dan Spivey guy, speak now or forever hold your peace. You know, this is your shot. If you really want me to book Dino Bravo. Kevin, I mean, we did bring Kevin Von Erich in for that one match. What did he do on that? I don't remember. Got a 57, but he was over. That's where he's over. Because we were in Texas, so I don't think he would be getting great numbers outside of Texas. The thing with him is he's really only over in Texas. Everywhere else he's like, eh. Like that 57 was in Texas, so I think in the Southeast he would get like low 50s, 40s even. Oh, he's got a broken tailbone. I was going to say, I'm kind of weirdly thinking about signing One Man Gang, but he does have a broken tailbone. Bob Backlund. The thing about Bob Backlund is like nowadays, you know, in his later career, you know, in the mid-90s and the 2000s and stuff, he became like a meme and all that. But like in 1993, Bob Backlund is still pretty over. And like, he can wrestle a little bit. He's got that tech. He's going to have great basics and selling and all that stuff. He's doing UWFI right now. Where he's probably not putting up great numbers, but he's also not over in Japan, I don't think. Or not as over as he would be here. Yeah, he's a 50 over in Japan. Well, it's like... Actually, it's not that far off from what he's doing here. God, I would love to see what a score he got in America, but it seems like he's exclusively working in Japan at this point in his career. Oh, big time indie show from Sapporo. Is Bob based in Japan? Bob, did you move to Japan, bro? Oh, here we go. WWE New Jersey. Booked him in January 92. And Bob Backlund got a 62. That's not terrible. Although that was also New Jersey, so it would have been the tri-state where he's like very over. But again, he's like 60. Fuck, you know what? I'm talking myself into a Bob Backlund run. Again, we're going to do 1 year. I mean, worst case scenario, he becomes a weird jobber for baby faces. And it's like, haha, Bob Backlund. Do you know what I mean? We have Bob Backlund jobbing to, like, Ultimo Dragon and shit like that. Alright, 2 days out. House Show of the Midwest, okay. Of the guys we signed, I think the only one that I think is going to be like a complete jobber is probably Brian Blair. I can't imagine being like, yes, Brian Blair needs to be kept strong. But even like Gentleman Chris Adams, I could see him getting a win or two. Frustrated Ace Steel. Watch out, folks. Alright, we're at the Amway Arena in Orlando. We just ran in Reno, Nevada, right? So let's do, let's stay in the Southwest while we're down here. We're going to have to crank this down a little bit because we're in big stadium mode. So let's go like 12 to 20. Thomas and Mack Center is a little too big. Yeah, let's go to Salt Lake City. Let's see how great they love WCW. I have no idea. I heard the Mormons love World Championship Wrestling. Don't fact check that. All right, Kurt Hennig, what's your pretty good. You're pretty good on the mic. All right. Let's send you out there. He's going to cut his big, like, you know, everyone's been asking me, Kurt Hennig, why are you in WCW? Why'd you attack the Stinger? Well, it's real simple. I'm, some might say, the perfect pro wrestler. And Sting reminds me of me when I was his age. He's he's got the athleticism. He's got the hunger and the desire. I see the way you fans react to Sting when he's out there, but he's not perfect. Again, we probably can't say perfect legally, so he's probably, just fucking Google synonyms for perfect, and that's what we're saying. In fact, I should probably just do that on my phone. Synonyms for perfect. See what we got here. Ideal, model, without fault, faultless, flawless. Oh, I like flawless. I'm a flawless wrestler. And as good as Sting is, as much as you fans all love him, he's not flawless. And that's what I'm here to prove. Hennig is here to prove Sting is not flawless. Oh, we need to fix storylines. Let's do that. Cactus and Regal is super done. That's, oh boy, is that done. Alright, Eddie and Ultimo, that's still going. Liger, Steamboat, yeah, this is done. Nightmares versus good. Oh, we did this because the Sting thing is Sting. And you know what? Because after this pay-per-view, we're probably going to go back to Sting and Dustin. I might keep this going and just add Curt Hennig to this. I think that might be what we do. Severn Tully, yeah, this is, here's what we're going to do with this one. This is over. And then we are going to add Vader to this one. So again, we kind of have two feuds in one thing, but whatever. I don't super care about it. Both those things will be really hot. It'll be fine. Senators of Hollywood Blondes. Ted Koloff. Ted Koloff is so done. That was definitely a one and done. All right, we got to add a bunch of stuff here. Is Cactus in this? No. Cactus, you're in this. You're a major role. Also, we can Arn, like, we can get these guys out of here. Larry Z. Perry Center and Raven, sure. I mean, that if you wrestle those guys, it'll count. That's fine. Add storyline. Ricky Steamboat and Ted DiBiase. Start storyline. Add storyline. Bam Bam Bigelow. And Lord Steven Regal. Start storyline. Also, before I start this next one, I kind of want to see a thing now. Because these guys have already kind of wrestled a couple times. Let me see. Hold on. Stan Hansen, Ron Simmons. Let's just say, hypothetically, we were going to look at your match history. All tags. Perfect. And all very highly rated tags. Great. Perfect. Love that for me. Storylines. Add storyline. Ron Simmons. Stan Hansen. Alright, I think that's everything we need for now. I think we should be good. Alright, what are we going to do for a main event here? We could probably transition Bigelow Simmons into the Regal thing. We could probably do like Bam Bam and somebody against Ron and Steve Regal. Oh, I was just thinking it should be Liger, but Liger's not here. He's in fucking Japan. How dare he? Who did Bam Bam have the chemistry with? It's Hansen, right? Sure. We're kickstarting both of these feuds with this match. This is normally something you would do a lot later, but I guess we'll start here. We're going to give this storytelling, because we're going to tell stories about why these guys are feuding now. Um, is brawl to the back a note we can do? Is that a thing in here? No, I don't think so. Just know in your hearts that Bam Bam Bigelow. Actually, no. Let's do Hanson and Ron Simmons brawl to the back, and then we will have Regal. Pin Bam Bam. Tainted. Let us also do... Alright, so it's not just in our hearts. Let's do Stan brawling to the back with Ron Simmons. Simmons fights Hanson to the back. Alright, Angle. Cactus Jack. Gonna cut a promo. You know, let's put Sting out there too. Actually, there's Dusty, because these guys have been cooking together. Dusty, Dustin, and Kurt Hennig. And basically, it's going to be them cutting a promo about, like, you know, we were talking to each other after that match, and we got our wires crossed about who's going after the title. And then Sting's will be like, you know what, Cactus? You did get the pin in that match. You have been on a roll here in WCW. You've had my back this whole time. And I got a new thing to worry about with this Kurt Hennig showing up and going after me. I think you should go for it, man. I think you should take the WCW title match. And then Cactus is going to be like, you mean it's Stinger? He's going to be like, I got you, man. If you win that title, you give me the first shot. He's going to be like, you got it, Sting! That kind of stuff. Sting tells Cactus to take the WCW. Well, to go after WCW title while he deals with Hennig. This is a big angle heavy episode, but we did a lot of angles. Or we've got to set stuff up, you know. This is gonna be a medical update on Magnum TA. We're gonna hear word. It's gonna like show footage of him at the hospital, and it's like, oh, you know, Magnum, he took a chair shot, took a hard fall on his head off the apron. Doctors were afraid doctors have diagnosed him with a mild concussion, and you know he's going to be out for undisclosed amount of time. You know, you can't really tell the concussions. Of course, in 1993, they would have been like, it's a concussion, he's fine, and he would have come right back. But we're going to use some 2024 hindsight and say that it's a concussion. You know, we don't really know how long he's going to be out, and then that'll transition right into Rick and Scott, and they're gonna, yell and scream, Pillman, Austin, you guys are great wrestlers, and we were having a great, we had a great match, at Starrcade. We were having another great match at Clash of the Champions, but you guys had to take the low road, the cheap shot. You laid your hands on Magnum. You've made it personal, etc. Medical update on Magnum. Steiner's yell and scream that it's personal now. I guess Magnum is technically on screen. Well, let's put him off screen because he's not there. Alright, we definitely need some matches. Some people need to wrestle. Let's do... I think either Vader or Dan Severn should have a match. Normally it would be Vader that would attack the guy, but Dan's the guy that would be mad right now. So let's do, let's do Vader. Vader versus, Van Hammer. I don't think that's one we've done before. No, never. 8 minutes. Vader wins. And then Dan the Beast Severn is going to come out, and he's going to fucking double leg Vader and take him down and start wailing on him. And then Shivani and, on commentary is going to be like, oh my god, we've never seen anyone do that to Vader. Look at him. Vader's on his back. He doesn't know what to do. And then Callis is going to be like, oh, it was a sneak attack. You didn't see it coming. Severn attacks Vader after the match and takes him down. Okay, definitely need more wrestling. I think when I need some wrestling, I think it's always great to give the people a Ricky Steamboat match. No one has ever said no thank you to a Ricky Steamboat match. Damn, are we already putting the Barbarian into, guy that loses mode? I mean, he just lost his stand. It doesn't make super sense. Although none of these other people would make... Oh, we could do Tully, although that's a big match. Let's just do fucking Tracy Smothers. Have I done these guys in a singles match? No. Great. Steamboat's gonna win. No, this is... Yes, this is not a television title match. And then afterwards, DiBiase is going to come out from behind the curtain. He's not going to come into the ring or anything. So it's just like Steamboat standing in the ring while DiBiase comes out. He's got a mic. And he's going to be like, congratulations, Steamboat. That's another great victory. You had one at Clash. You had one here. I've been watching you for a long time, watching you from afar. And, there are some things that money can't buy. Such as the television title. Because as much money as I have, I love to be on TV. I love people to notice me and see me. I should be a star all over television. And the best way for me to do that is to win that television title. And he's going to walk back behind the curtain. Ted DiBiase can't buy TV time. Although he could. He could buy TV time. So he wants to win the TV title. Alright, we've got 15, 16 more minutes. Still a little light on wrestling, although we're getting closer. Let's see, we've had Dustin. Although Dustin has not showed up. He's only been talked about. Hanson Simmons in the main event. Blondes, yep. Rude Tully. Rude has also not showed up. Rude and Tully haven't done anything at all, actually. So let's fix that. Let's do... Let's do an angle. It's going to be Rick Rude, Mike Awesome, and Paul Lee cutting a promo in the ring about how great their victory in the six-man tag was. At the Clash of Champions, we beat Rick Rude, just like we said we would. You know, we sure showed him, etc., etc. And then Rick Rude's going to come out and be like, you didn't beat me? Vader pinned Ken Shamrock. That proved nothing. And then they're going to be like, wow, sounds like somebody's a sore loser. Promo setting up Tully Awesome versus Rude and next week. Book this. And then I would say we definitely need a match. So let's do... Good Alliance has not really done anything. You know what? Let's actually give the Barbarian a little win. Let's not immediately kill him. Because, you know, he could be one of these guys we're definitely never going to do anything with. Like Johnny B. Bad. Or Z-Man. Who of these is worse? Johnny B. Bad or Z-Man? Z-Man's stats are okay. B. Bad has potential. They are... Z-Man's a little older. Z-Man. 6 minutes. You're a winner of the match. The Barbarian. Oh, we have a couple more minutes. Sounds like Dustin and Dusty are talking. Let's have this be before the Sting and Cactus promo, because then we could buy, you know, they'll have to, they can't immediately accept the challenge. That's crazy. So it's going to be them cutting a promo about how they were screwed. Obviously, you know, Sting and Cactus Jack, you know, they had to pin an old man like Dusty Rhodes. He's not even a wrestler anymore. You know, etc., etc. You know, Sting and Cactus Jack, you know, they both think they're owed a WCW title shot. Neither one of them is owed a WCW title shot. They get nothing. American Nightmares don't care if Sting or Cactus want a shot at the title. They aren't getting it. Have Z-Man and Bad team up? They have to have. They have to have. 54% is low for me, but we're in spec, so it should be fine. This is what happens after pay-per-views. You gotta, you know, we're telling stories, bro. Kurt Hennig should probably open. And then we would go right into the fucking Barbarian. Uh-huh. And then American Nightmares, I'm fine with that. Then that one, Steamboat and Tracy Smothers. Ted DiBiase comes out. Vader and Van Hammer. Severn attacks them. And then we have, like, Promo City over here. Let's move this one down a little bit. And I think that's good. Simmons fights into the back, Bam Bam, and Simmons to Steve Regal. Sting tells Cactus go to Tracy. Yep. I think that's good. I don't really know what this is going to get. I think I went 16 storytelling on the main event, right? Yeah, so that's probably going to bring that match down to like an 80 or an 81. Because like if I just told them to cook, they would probably get like an 87 or something. But there's literally nothing else that could be storytelling on the show. All the other matches are just like Name beats guy, so it kind of has to be, because we need one storytelling match. That's like our only product thing. We have to have one storytelling match every show. I don't know, 85. Although the promos, there should be a lot of good promos. I don't know, 86. I'll say an 86. Okay, good Hennig promo. He's not one of our top promo guys, but he can cook. He can get it done. He liked going off script. That's good. We don't really do scripts here in WCW. I mean, we only if we have to. Barbarian Z-Man got a 63. It was certainly a match. One of the matches of all time. $91. Okay. $100 for this one. These guys without Rude were getting like 80s. So Rude was really the linchpin of these promos. $79. Damn. Ricky Steamboat is so good. They didn't click. They didn't even click and they still got a 79. That's nuts. 82 for the DiBiase promo. I will take that. Good start for the feud. 82 Steiner's promo. I'll take that. Scott Steiner struggled going off script even, and it was still pretty fine. $80 for Vader and Van. This is going to be a good episode. I kind of forgot that, like, big star versus lower card guy matches do, like, really well on TV. Weird. I mean, Vader is just out of his mind right now. Dude got a 94. Then he got taken down by the Beast. Let's go! Dan Severn and Vader might be too good to be on the undercard. Like, they might get like a 93 or some shit. Like, they've both been cooking. 88? Oh, Cactus got a bad roll this time. Alright. Bad time for that to happen, but it's alright. Ooh, 75. Okay. Making this storytelling very much hurt the match. I underestimated that. And a 71. Yeah, this is only like 3 minutes. That's usually what those do. Final rating, 85. That's about what I said. I mean, for a show that was mostly about telling stories to set up the next thing, that's about right. Kind of bummed about that main event, but you know, we'll get there. See if any of these new signees show up. Oh, Tully invented a new catchphrase and we missed it? Oh, man. Oh, man. Mike Barton has requested to be brought back to the main roster. Did you improve any? Doesn't seem like it. I mean, he is 27. Sure. I mean, listen, I'll bring him back. It's fine. I definitely know how to bring him back. I definitely know how to do that. It wouldn't be here. It would be here. No, I got this. It would be here. Then it would be developmental. Then it would be Mike Barton. And then it would be recall. Let's go. I mean, I guess I could send him to Japan, but I don't think that would matter for him. Uh, this is a motley crew we sent to Japan, man. This is these are some guys. All right, well, I don't feel like booking a main event, so I think we're gonna call it here. That is going to do it for me for this stream. I will see you guys again on Thursday for AEW Draft. We are on the road to Forbidden Door, Dynamite Cross Collision. No New Japan involvement. It is going to be a brand versus brand super show, all mixed brand matches. Me and Nick went back and forth and put like 90% of the card together. I say 90% only because I know we're probably going to switch like the card constantly. But like we have a card. We're going to be building to it. It's going to be nuts. I've been thinking about this. I think we might run some some big angles on Rampage because like everyone will be on Rampage. So Rampage might briefly be the A show for like a month while we build Forbidden Door. But yeah, we'll start the build for that. Then of course, next Tuesday, how far out are we from Super Brawl? 24 days, so not super far. But next week will definitely just be like a, road to Super Brawl kind of show. But we got some stuff cooking here. I mean, I basically told you guys pretty much the entire card for Super Brawl at this point by doing the storylines. We're going to do Dustin Cactus. That will be like, I'm thinking that's going to be like the one Dust. Actually, you know what? Let's look at events. What's after Super Brawl? Spring Stampede and the Bash. Can I keep this going to Bash, or do I put the belt back on Sting at Spring Stampede? These are the questions. Well, if I put the belt back on Sting at Spring Stampede, we could do Vader Sting at the Bash, and like we could do that. Could be like a 3-match thing, like Bash, Beach, Havoc. Other than what's the Starrcade match? I don't know. That's a long time from now. But yeah, I think, Cactus Jack and Dustin is going to be like Dustin's one defense, so it's not like a complete, like, hey, we gave him the belt, we took it from him thing. No March preview. Yeah, that's fine. There might be a clash. So the way this does clashes, I don't like. I get it, but when a clash ends, they take it off the calendar. And then they don't put it back on, like, the next number until, like, a month out. So there are definitely clashes in here missing. So there will probably be one. There will probably be a clash in March or something. But yeah, I think the plan for now is he beats Cactus Super Brawl. We do the big rematch at Spring Stampede. And then I think Sting wins the title back. And then we finally do Sting Vader. For like Bash, Beach Blast, and Halloween Havoc, like a 3-match series, because that's what you want from those guys. So I think that's the plan. That's our big long-term plan for 1993. And then, like I said, don't really have a solid thing for Starrcade, but a lot of things can happen between now and then. It is only fucking January, so we got a long time to figure that out. Honestly, the fact that we have a plan through, like, the summer is more long-term booking than I usually do, if we're being honest. So, yeah, that'll do it for this stream. I'll see you guys on Thursday, or if not, I'll see you on Tuesday. If you're watching this on YouTube, drop a like, drop a comment. I'd appreciate it. Come watch live, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 o'clock Eastern, twitch.tv/Swarls. And that's it. Bye, everybody.